Hello, my name is Joe, and over the next 10 minutes I hope to give you a little taster of what it's like to study computer science at Godalming College. We're going to look at 5 areas, and hopefully these will answer the majority of your questions. But if you've got any other ones, you can always just contact me on the email below. So let's have a little look at the first thing we want to talk about today. So, what are you going to study? We'll do the AQA specification. And as you can see, here's a little taster of some of the subjects that are in the theory side of the course. It's a technical course with a little bit of maths content in there, and as you'll see, an awful lot of programming content. Over 50% of the course is programming. I firmly believe it doesn't matter what language you learn in terms of how to learn to program. To pick up a new language, you're just learning new syntax. The central skills are the same regardless of the language. Now, we use VB.net. It's a great language to learn from, really clear, really verbose, really helps you pick up the skills quickly. In addition to VB.net, which we'll use for structured and object-oriented programming, you will learn some PHP and some SQL for the database work that we do, and also to give you a flavour of server-side programming. There's also a functional programming language called Haskell, which we'll study, and we'll do some low-level programming in assembly, and we'll use the ARM instruction set for that. And as you know, if you've done the transition work, there's also some finite state machine programming. There is an awful lot of programming in the course. If you're picking computer science, particularly at Godalming College, I really hope that you enjoy programming, because even for the theory elements of the course, we will look to build in as much programming as we can. So what's it like to actually study in a class? Your maximum class size of 20, and everyone has their own computer, obviously, and we're on those machines pretty much the whole time. You're either going to be working individually or maybe in small groups, and we'll be giving you activities to help you develop an understanding of these topics. Another lovely feature of the AQA course, and one that we take really seriously at Godalming, is coursework. It's not like GCSE at all. If you did GCSE coursework, you know that that was not great, particularly in the last couple of years. At A-level, you've got 20% riding on this non-examined assessment, this coursework, and we give you a completely free choice. Completely free choice of topic, completely free choice of programming language. Let's have a little look at some of the things that we've got up here. These are some examples of recent years. You can see a Connect 4 game. Well, that was actually an autonomous player, so like an AI that played the Connect 4 game either on its own or against a human player. You can see Conway's Game of Life. If you're not familiar with Conway's Game of Life, I recommend you Google it. He died earlier in the year, so there's quite a lot of stuff in the news, and you'll see that it was a really groundbreaking sort of development. The football shirts in the corner, that was actually an automatic eBay poster that a student created. So you took a photo of a football shirt, and it would recognise the football shirt, recognise the team, and it would create an eBay post for you automatically. There's an automatic number plate recognition system, that's an AI system. The purple one is a physics simulation. Then we've got a Sudoku solver, and the one at the bottom, if we just zoom into that, that's a cricket team picking system. So that is a real variety of topics. As I say, genuinely, as long as we believe it will get you the marks and it's a A-level standard, we're more than happy for you to do what interests you in whatever language you like. So that's the course in a nutshell. So you're learning an awful lot of stuff. You can be learning it quite quickly. How are you going to be assessed? Well, every half term we will have tests, one for theory, one for programming. That way you can have the confidence that you are making progress, that you are developing your understanding. Also that you're developing those skills in programming and really sort of building on them so you're able to use them fluently and with great precision. At the end of the course, there are 2 exams. One, paper 1, which is mainly programming. It's actually done on a computer. It's done with a live development environment, and it's done using a programming scenario that you have practiced with over the last few months. The second paper is purely theory, and it's in a very similar style to exams you've done in the past. It will be fill in the blanks, but there's an awful lot of processing. there is also quite a bit of sort of recall, as in you've got to be able to describe and explain certain theories. Maybe it's networking, maybe it's computer architecture. You've got to be able to apply Boolean logic and binary data representation. But don't worry about that, because by the end of the course you will have developed those skills, you'll have developed that understanding, and you'll be going into that exam feeling confident. So you now know what you're going to study, and you also know how you're going to be assessed. What extracurricular activities do we offer? Quite a variety. Alongside the physics department, we always go on a trip to CERN, Geneva. Now CERN is obviously the Large Hadron Collider. It is a massive scientific institution, but it's also the birthplace of the World Wide Web. It's also the birthplace of cloud computing, and it's a major innovator in electronic engineering and computer science. We take part in at least one, if not more, computational thinking challenges. So the Beberas Computational Thinking Challenge is one that absolutely everyone will be entered for. If you're successful and you get through to the second round, you'll join the Oxford Computer Science Thinking Challenge, and then there's actually a third round as well if you are successful in that. We enter students for the British Informatics Olympiad, very, very high level and tough competition, and that's done on a volunteer basis, so we won't enter everyone into that. There's a variety of robotics competition, Formula Pi, but the one that we really enjoy is the student robotics competition, based in Southampton. We enter everyone for cyber discovery, and many students go on to the next levels and even join a cyber first course. We also have companies coming in to give lectures. The last one was Altius, a local company but one with a global footprint that specialises in big data and AI applications. We encourage you to take part in coding challenges, and we also provide lots and lots and lots of support workshops. Most lunchtimes you'll be able to come into the classroom and get help from one teacher or another, either in a timetabled workshop or in one that we've organised one-to-one. So who is in the department? There's 3 of us that will be teaching you next year, myself and Nancy and Phil. We are all experts. We've got years and years and years worth of experience, both in teaching computer science, and in terms of Nancy, she has a great depth of industrial experience as well. We're really friendly. We're very open. Our door's always open. You can always knock on the door or give us a message and ask for help. Our classroom is really nice. We're very fortunate to have high-speed internet, good quality machines, nice big monitors, but also a whole set of Raspberry Pis when we need to do low-level work or networking work. And we have access to a workshop where we can set up servers and sort of, again, play around with different network settings. So where can a computer science A-level take you? Almost anywhere, if I'm going to be honest, but we have an awful lot of students that go on and study computer science at degree level. We're also very, very proud of the fact that we have students get into high-level technology apprenticeships, maybe at PricewaterhouseCoopers, maybe at Morgan Stanley, maybe at Jaguar Land Rover in their AI car department. There is not one route for everybody, and in fact the apprenticeship routes are becoming more and more desirable. Computer science skills are highly in demand, whether it's programming or whether it's just the computational thinking and problem solving skills. Many, many jobs are now requiring people to learn how to program just to process the data that's in front of them. So, that's given you a little overview of the course. I hope I've answered most of your questions, but if you have any further questions, please email me on the address below.